supper together. I have a few thoughts I'd like to share. I like the picture of Christmas, like the Currier and Ives postcards, you know, with the little house in the valley, and the snow is all perfect, and a little bit of smoke coming out of the chimney, and all the firewood is cut and stacked. And I like the picture of, you know, people standing around there sipping hot chocolate and singing Silent Night, and everything's... And that's all fine and good. But the original story is anything but a Currier and Ives postcard. It's probably more about disruption and more about than more about Silent Night and all is well, all is at peace. And so when I read through the story each year and at other times, we read of a young girl whose life is severely disrupted. I mean, she's planning to get married, as you know we do, and people plan for weddings, and it's just going to be so-so, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And she probably had in her mind, I'm going to be here and live here, and her life is disrupted. Mary, you're going to have a baby, and it's actually going to be God coming to the world through you. Right. Question. I'm a virgin. How's that going to happen? And the answer, I love the answer that she got from the angel. The Holy Spirit will come upon her.
Well, that clears everything up.
Clears everything up. The Holy Spirit's going to do that, going to do this great work. And at that point is when she lifts up her Magnificat. When the presence of God comes on you, and when you receive it, the byproduct or the outflow is joy. There's no other way around it. And joy that is of a contentment or a satisfaction, not necessarily a feeling of giddiness or happiness. Pretty scary, I guess, when you're maybe 13 or 14, you're going to bear God into the world as a child. But it's a sense of contentment that if that's the way you say it's going to be, God, may it be so with me. And a confidence that God is going to work it out. To God's glory and to our best, because He loves us. So, question for us. Has your life been disrupted? Have things always worked out for you the way you wanted them to work out? I think it doesn't take very long for people to live that an experience that we all share is that things sometimes don't work out the way we planned. That was the way for the disciples when they met around this Passover meal, and their world was kind of coming apart. What they expected wasn't happening. In terms of their expectations of Christ as the king of the Jewish nation, that he would come in and set up shop, and with the power that they'd seen him cast out demons, perform miracles, the power that they themselves had been given. It's time to take it over. Time to start running the show here. It's time to rain down some lightning bolts and get all these people in shape. That didn't quite work out the way they wanted. Christ said he's leaving. But the audacity of Jesus in this situation to say, to bring up the word joy, the idea of joy. And he says to the disciples, don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God, trust also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, I would have told you. I'm going there to prepare a place for you. If I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, that you may also be where I am. And then in another place, there's several other places he talks about this. So now is your time of grief, but I will see you again, and you will rejoice, and no one will take away your joy. So life's not working out the way the disciples are thinking. Christ says trust. because there's a lot of room for you to have relationship with God. You have a place in the presence of God. I'm going to be crucified, and I think we could look at this as Jesus, leaving earth and coming back again in the second coming. But I think it may have an application even more immediate. I said, I'm going away. He went to the cross and he died. But he came back. And the point at which he came back, I think, is the lesson for me when my life doesn't work out the way I want it to work out, that I have a place with God. And that God's presence can be with me in any circumstance. And that's the source of my joy. And no one can take the presence of God away from me. We just have to ask and receive, and we will partake together of his joy. Let's surround the table. Let's thank God for giving us a place at his table. Let's thank God for his presence here and with us always.